past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. Now again, let's look at the name and then try to find what happens in this tense. Past perfect continuous tense. Well, it's in the past. It was in the past. Something was something about the past. In the past, something was perfect. Let me explain it to you, underlining these words. In the past, fine, something was perfect, clear. In the past, something was perfect and something was continuous also. So something had been done to an extent and something was going on also. Clear? So it was in the past, something had been done to an extent or to a degree or to a point of time, and it was still continuous. It was still going on. So let me tell you again. Something in the past had been done to an extent or to a point of time and was still continuous. Clear? So it will go on also. So there has to be, it has to be in the past, it has to be there has to be perfect, it has to be perfect, and it has to be continuous as well. Clear? So how do you form the verb? Tense means what? Form of verb or just verb. So how do you make this tense? See, something in the past had been perfect, and what about past perfect? So, and what about continuous? Oh man, we got to join two tenses, past perfect and past continuous, something like that, because something was over also and something was continuous also. So that's problematic in a way. So let's look at this structure and it will make things clear. In this, the structure will be had been first form plus ing. Now let me explain it to you. Had been, look at this, been is the third form of be. The first form of be is am. The second one is was verb. The third one is been. So been is the third form of be, isn't it? Clear? Had been, so past perfect tense is done. Past plus had plus third form, and then continuous verb, the first form of the verb, and then ing also. So here we see past perfect and here we see past continuous. So something had been done to a point of time, clear, or until a point of time, and something was continuous also, something was going on also. Let me give you an example. She had been watching TV for 2 hours. See, she had been watching TV for 2 hours. Means she had already watched TV for 2 hours, and she would still continue to watch. She still went on watching TV. Clear? She, it's easy. She had been watching TV for 2 hours. We do see that in this sentence, she had watched TV for 2 hours. She had already watched TV for 2 hours, and she would still go on watching TV. Clear? So what is this? I mean, if she had stopped after 2 hours, we would say she had watched TV for 2 hours if she stopped, but she didn't stop, she continued. So we are using past perfect continuous tense. We are saying she had been and watching TV for 2 hours. So she had been watching TV for 2 hours. Let me repeat myself. For 2 hours she had already watched TV, and she would still go on. So something had been done to a point of time or until a point of time, and it will still go on, still continue. Clear? So she had been watching TV for 2 hours. Another example. I have been teaching since morning. See, I have been teaching since morning. I have been teaching since morning. See, since morning till this time I have been teaching, and I will still continue. That's what this sentence suggests. Oh, I'm sorry I made it in the present perfect continuous, but still it will be helpful for you. I have been teaching since morning. Now let me make it for you in the past continuous. I had been teaching since morning. I had been teaching since morning means I had taught for a while and I would still continue. Here, so I had been teaching since morning. Another example. They had been playing football for 2 hours. Now it suggests and it does mean that they had already played football for 2 hours and they would still continue. That's why had been plus first form plus ing. Clear? So they had been suggests perfection of something, that something was perfect or something was over or something had been done for a while, like they had played for 2 hours. So and they would still continue, so they had been playing football for 2 hours. Is that clear? Now when I was teaching you present perfect continuous tense, I did differentiate where to use since, where to use for, and I don't think I need to repeat myself here. So I'll go on just to making some sentences for you, and I would not to repeat myself. And if you've forgotten, go back to the present perfect continuous tense. So here, they had not been crying for 2 days. Had you been studying since 2 o'clock? What had you been doing since morning that day? What had you been doing since morning that day? So who had been teaching you since afternoon? So I have made a few questions using this tense for you, and I think it is enough in this tense. Now let me just conclude for you. Past perfect continuous tense means something was perfect in the past and something was still continuous. So something had been done to a point of time, or until a point of time, and it would still go on, and it was still going on. Like I had been teaching for 2 hours. I had already taught for 2 hours. Something was perfect, and then I was still going on teaching. I would still go on teaching. So I had been teaching for 2 hours. So I hope it is clear to you, and I also hope that I have not been very fast. Have I? Or if I have been, it is useful. Just you got to improve your listening skills. Work on them. Okay. So now, what are you expecting now? We have done the past perfect continuous tense. Are you expecting me to teach you future tense? Well, if you are, didn't I tell you that I do not believe in 3 tenses? There are just 2. Past tense and the present tense. There is nothing like future tense in the world. So I did tell you, and I did explain everything about this in the beginning before I started the topic. And if you've forgotten, go back. I refer you back there and here. But I will talk about a few ways in which you can talk about the future, or you can refer to future actions. Let's see how. So a few ways to talk about the future actions, or to refer to future actions, or to describe future actions. The ways to describe future actions here. The first way is you use going to. I'm going to hit him. Well, I'm going to hit him doesn't mean I'm going somewhere, or I'm going to a place to hit him. The man is actually coming here, and I'm real angry with him, and I'm going to hit him means I will hit him. Clear? So I'm going to hit him. Mom is going to make food. Well, my mom will not go to the market to make food. She'll make food in the kitchen. She's here. So what does it mean? Mom is going to make food means she will make food. She's gonna make food. Mom is going to make food. Well, if you get late, he is going to get annoyed. Well, if you get late, he's going to get annoyed. Going doesn't mean go here, because if you say going means go here, he is going to get annoyed. He will not go to the station to get annoyed. You can get annoyed at home also, can't you? Do you have to go to some other city to get annoyed? No. If you get late, he is going to get annoyed wherever he is, at home. So if you get late, he is going to get annoyed. So you do know what going to means here. Going to means something will happen in the future. Let me make the negative also. He is not going to help you. Now let me make the questions for you. Is he going to call me? Are you going to kill him? Clear? Now What are you going to do? Going to do? Nothing. No. It is, it is in formal English that we say going to, but in informal English we just say gonna or gonna. Clear, you can pronounce it gonna or gonna. So how do you pronounce it? Or how do you make sentences using it? I'm gonna finish this video soon. I'm gonna finish this video soon. I'm gonna means I'm going to finish this video soon. She's gonna kill you. Well, they're gonna do something like that. Or they're gonna celebrate his birthday, I think. They're gonna celebrate his birthday like that. Gonna. Are you gonna go there? Are you gonna watch this video to the end? Are you gonna fight to the end? Hey, are you gonna meet me next time? Are you gonna come over to my place? Like that. So you can make as many sentences as you want, and do make them, because because the more you practice, the better you get at it. I repeat, the more you practice, the better you get at it. Clear? So it was the first way to talk about the future actions, going to. The second one is about to. The train is about to leave. The train has not yet left. It is not leaving right now. It is about to leave. It may leave in 5 minutes maybe. The train is about to leave. She's about to get here. Are you about to leave me alone here? Clear? So it's easy. The third way of referring to or describing future actions is when you use the simple present tense. Look at this example, as I also taught this thing while doing the simple present tense with you. The PM visits Jaipur next week. He'll visit when? Next week. So it's in the future, but what tense are we using? The simple present tense. The PM visits Jaipur next week. The CM returns to his estate next week. The CM has been somewhere and he's gonna return to his state when? Next week. So the CM returns to his estate next week. So we do use the simple present tense to talk about formal future plans. Clear? Fourth way of talking about it is present continuous tense. Now what happens in the present continuous tense? We do know, but what I mean to say is, how can present continuous tense refer to future actions or describe future actions? Let me show you how. I'm leaving for Paris tomorrow. Now, I'm leaving for Paris tomorrow. What tense is it? Present continuous. But what time it suggests? Tomorrow, future. So it's a future action. I'll be leaving in the future, but I'm using the present continuous tense to talk about my departure in the future. So what? I'm leaving for Paris tomorrow. She is visiting us next week. Now, she's visiting us next week. She will be visiting us next week. She's not here now. She will be visiting us next week. The next week, there are so many days, and we're using the present continuous tense. Yeah, we do use present continuous tense to refer to a future action. She is visiting us next week. One more example. He's coming tonight. It's just afternoon. And I'm saying he's coming tonight. Tonight, even tonight, that's future time. He's coming tonight. So we do use even the present continuous tense to talk about the future actions. Clear? So these were the 4 ways to refer to the future actions, and that's all. Here do I finish my topic tenses. Thank you very much.